So he even Thing with no dialogue actually has a lot of dialogue. It's just but I've always liked Thing's look. I think they even found a way to make more story with him. Now he's got a way more interesting story than all these other people with boyfriends and everything.
The hand is better than the high schoolers.
He's nothing but a hand. His hand had a way more interesting story than some of these damn full-bodied people out here. Excited to be returning to Chicago, performing at the Lincoln Lodge for the first time for my own brand of sit-down comedy. Get your tickets now by going to doubletoastedchicago.com, and I'll see you soon. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Wednesday. Now, what's happening on Wednesday? I'm not talking about the day of the week. I'm talking about that bitch Wednesday. Hey, listen, that's not me being sexist and saying that everybody says that. Yeah, there go that bitch Wednesday. Yeah. And that's because, man, y'all know that at this point, everybody knows Wednesday Addams. Okay, maybe y'all saw her the first time doing that dance and thinking, oh man, this girl's cool. No, everybody hates Wednesday. Everybody hates Wednesday so much they start to love her. It comes around, full circle. They hate her so much they can't hate no more. They love her.
You know, she's got that thing going where she's so cold and doesn't care what anybody thinks about her that people flock to her.
Yeah.
They're attracted to that.
Yeah. They hate her at first, but when they she ain't giving them no attention. And she shows, I don't give a about you. Boy, they start kissing that ass. All up in that dark ass. And that's the thing about Wednesday. Wednesday loves to let everybody know, I don't give a shit about you, your mama, your dead granny, anybody. I don't
give a
care
fuck about you.
any of y'all, I don't care. And for the most part, she doesn't. But man, you know what? Even the hardest heart out there has a soft spot. She just an old softy deep down inside. She got a best friend, don't want to admit it's her best friend, but when she starts getting visions of her friend, Enid, that ain't my friend. No, I think it is, because when you start getting visions of her dying, she's like, oh shit, I got to prevent this.
Couldn't they not stand each other last season?
Enid loved her.
Oh, okay. That's what.
Of course, Wednesday was giving her the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
But it's as well, at one point, Wednesday, the way Wednesday puts it, I just finally gave in. She just wore me down. I became a friend. Yeah, right. Whatever. Because once you start thinking that girl is dying and it's your fault, all of a sudden, you are on the case. And now she's out there in season 2 trying to find out who this mysterious stalker is that she has, and is that stalker a person that has something to do with this premonition of death for her best friend. I told you, that ain't my friend. Yeah, it is. Shut up. Your friend Enid out there. Along the way, we get other stories about the school of outcasts. That's what they call them, right? Outcasts.
Yeah, outcasts.
Yeah.
the goth Harry Potter school.
Yeah.
Goth Hogwarts.
Everyone walking around with thick eyeliner.
Yeah. So in addition to that, you get the politics of the school. Some love triangles going on, and some other things that don't really.
Yeah, stuff in the town, murders,
some other shit,
crows, and some other shit. Man. And we get to learn about more of the Addams family themselves. This is season 2 of Wednesday. It was big. What dare I say, it was a big series when it came out.
Big hit from Netflix.
It hit very big. Like I said, her dancing became somewhat of a little trend and a phenomenon.
Oh, that was definitely a TikTok trend.
100%. Oh yeah. Oh, does Wednesday still have it? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for season 2, and we'll be back with. You didn't see it. But,
I did not have time to watch Wednesday season 2.
Well, don't worry about it.
I only saw a little bit.
Okay, well, I'll get you guys caught up in the rest of the week.
Okay.
I was worried.
Yes. Don't you worry. I knew you were sitting up here saying, I hope somebody can tell me about this.
I do love the Addams family. They got that snap.
All right. Well, then you know what, sir? I got you.
Thank you.
Season 2.
Wednesday Addams. It is an honor to meet the savior of Nevermore.
Can I get your autograph? I only signed my name in blood.
I thought she was like, girl, what's wrong with your eyes? As you can see, Pixie's also in the series right now.
It's like Pennywise's daughter.
It does. Wow, it does. Like that girl, I mean, she's cute, but she's got a slight case of walleye. Like they bulging.
Does she pop them out later?
Well, that would be a spoiler.
Okay.
But what do you think?
I think Tim Burton just uses a weird lens.
They popping out right now.
Yeah. It's like those paintings from his movie Big Eyes.
Yeah, it come to life. Boy, her and Pennywise better never get together and have a baby.
They'd never be able to make eye contact.
Come here, girl.
Yeah, wait, no. Get me out of this.
Yeah, that baby come out looking like this. It just be a couple of eyeballs come out.
Wednesday Addams is here. It's Addams with 2 Ds, like padded room.
All right. God damn it.
2 Ds and a snap.
2 snaps.
3, baby. So I listen. I wasn't as crazy about the first season as a lot of people were, and I don't even know why. I do know that I respected this being a fun and edgier reboot of the Addams Family. But for this, and even continue with season 2, I like that they've gotten bolder with the Addams Family, because the Addams Family for all these years before we got here, the Addams Family they love to talk a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at us. We creepy. We kooky and spooky.
We like odd things.
Yeah, we creepy and we're kooky. We're all together spooky.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky. The Addams Family.
Bullshit. No, you not. No, you not. You know, they oh, look at us. We live in a creepy house. Y'all ain't shit. No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they try to act all crazy and everything. They sweeter than a box of kittens over here, man. They the nicest people in the neighborhood. You know, they put on a creepy look, but they're nice people.
Oh yeah, they are nice people.
They're good folks, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, I would go to them to borrow some sugar before I go to anybody else in the neighborhood.
You have to check it for spiders though.
Yeah, well, that's just them. You know, they do weird shit like that. But you know what you get into. But
oh no, we got sugar. Oh, you know what? Here's a bag of ants, and I think there's some sugar at the bottom of it.
But what family is not weird? Yeah, my family's crazier than they are.
I'll give you that.
Man, they were always good people. You know, they were always good at heart. You know, but I like how this show that we have right here, how it really has embraced the darkness, and you know, and because they're still good people, but you know, it's they are off. You know, they're all ill. They're all they got some weirder habits this time. Also, the world they live in here is a lot darker. You know, it's this season. It's I would say it's probably a little gorier than last season. You know, people are having their eyes pecked out, their zombie brain eating. And even though the Addams Family, they mean well, you know, again, no big spoilers here or anything, but they mean well, but they probably have a hand in some of this. So they're complicit, man. You know, they kind of can be a menace at times. You know, I thought the casting was mostly good. I still think what's her name? Ortega? Jenna Ortega. I still think she's a perfect Wednesday. I like how her character is portrayed as even being more cold-hearted, more mean, and she just has this. And you kind of agree with her at times too. She does. How does that saying go? She doesn't suffer fools.
Yeah,
out there, and you look at everything going around her, like popularity contest in school. People just being shallow. She's like, I have no time for that.
Yeah, all this school bullshit. I'm over it.
Yeah, which is why it's crazy that they have a Wendy's commercial for Wednesday, because she's like, she would burn that Wendy's down.
She would.
She would bring that company down if they ever did something about her. Make a hamburger or frosted based on her.
No. Unhappy meal. Yeah, let me make you unhappy.
Yeah,
What's up?
Yeah, the Wendy's Wednesday meal.
Really?
Yeah.
Unhappy meal. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh.
Are they?
Yeah, it wasn't making that up.
When is that other clown gonna talk about? Hey, you better stop that shit.
Yeah, right.
You think Wednesday gonna do something? I'll burn that shit to the ground. Y'all better stop that.
Yeah, it'd be like McDonald's having Pennywise as their new mascot.
Yeah.
You like burgers, don't you?
Have him drooling in the commercial.
Yeah.
Those two patties in between the bread.
He's in the sewers poking out with a hamburger. I don't have your boat, but I got this burger for you. Ah!
He uses the burger like a hand pump.
Joy, you want this Big Mac? And a side order of fries.
You like the sauce, don't you?
Look, George, you so juicy.
I don't know.
I do like that Tim Burton, who is producing this and has directed, I think at this point, 4 episodes between first season and second season. I like his versions of the Addams Family. I really like Gomez because Gomez was never supposed to be like debonair or anything, at least not in his appearance. He was a little squat, froggy looking dude in the comic, the cartoons.
The comic strips.
Yeah, and so, they didn't, ain't nobody gonna beat Raul Julia, okay? Something about Raul Julia. I know the original Addams, the dude that played the original Addams, Gomez.
Yeah. John Aston.
Yeah, John Aston. There he is right there. No, he was great, man. He was great.
Yeah, he really was.
They had like a badass element to the character I love.
Well,
with Raul Julia and that version.
They were just real debonair dudes, and Raul Julia was just sexy, and he's not really supposed to be sexy. So I like Tim Burton kind of uglied him up. Catherine Zeta-Jones is just hot. Yeah. No matter what, and she's just hotter with the black hair.
He makes her look hotter.
Yeah. And she makes him ugly. So Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, they gave her more to do because she's trying to protect Wednesday from some family secret. Wednesday's visions have something to do with this, and it might have something to do with something that happened in the family's history. And so they have this thing, but that mother versus daughter here, which I actually really like. And as I said, even though he's weird, he's more of a protective father here. I like that he's always the one that's kind of spoiling her too, always giving it to Wednesday's whims. But they give him a lot more to do here, and I like that. I've never been good on Pugsley for some reason. Pugsley just looks like an emo kid in this series right now.
In this series, yeah.
In this series, yeah. And he's a little older and they give him more to do. He's found his powers and everything. I like that he's also with his powers just like Pugsley would do. He's a little bit more. He actually, he does something to test out some dark history of the school and ends up doing a very dangerous thing. And, if you've seen the show, you know what we're talking about. I'll probably be able to tell you a little bit more about that in a little bit. He grew on me a little bit, but he's just not Pugsley to me. And that's just a preference.
Well, it always seemed like throughout every iteration, Pugsley had the least amount to do.
Yeah.
You didn't really get to know him. It was just that, everybody else is brunette and he's blonde.
And he's fat. He's a little chubby kid, yeah.
Yeah, being fat was his personality.
Yeah, he's fat and he wore horizontal stripes, which did not flatter him. Isaac Ordonez plays him, and I'm glad they gave him more to do. I'm probably just stuck on the look. Like I said, he just looks like a little, especially as he's got older and a little bit better looking. He just like an emo kid.
Well, now they've made the full family Hispanic. It kind of fits with him.
No, and I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm glad that they actually did that with the family. And, culturally that plays in more with them too now.
Yeah.
Throughout the show.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't do it just to do it. It works within how they've changed the characters.
So I really do like this version of the Addams Family. I think they've done more in something different and something darker, and therefore something a little more creative with the Addams Family, giving us something we hadn't seen before, and yet somehow maybe closer to the source material too, in a slight way. But all the other shit outside of this, you can take that on somewhere else. I'm just not all of it. I'm not as interested in the other stuff as I am in the Addams Family.
The Addams Family themselves. Well, I tell you, with the first season, like you, I wasn't that crazy about it. I was just, it just felt very obvious and legacy sequel and all this.
Yeah.
And it was so Tim Burton-y. And I didn't even finish watching the first season.
You didn't?
No. I think I got about 6 episodes in because I knew we were going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then once I got there and we did whatever review, I was like, well, I don't feel a need to go back to that. And with this, I started watching the first episode, I think on a Thursday night, because I was like, we're probably going to talk about it. And I got about halfway and I stalled out. And I was like, I'm not going to watch this unless we are actually going to talk about it. And then when you sent the text saying, like, we're going to talk about it, I was like, far, all right.
And even then, you couldn't even finish it.
well, I ran out of time.
Okay.
The fact is, picking it back up and then watching it more, by the time I got like halfway through the second half of the first episode, I was like, I'm actually kind of getting into this. And I was liking, like you said, what they were doing with the family, especially when you get to like the second and really the third episode, when they really start focusing on the Addams family. I really kind of got back into it. And I was sorry that I ran out of time to watch more episodes. I got partway into the fourth episode and it was like, I looked at my watch and I was like, I got to go. We got to get over here.
Yeah.
But I was, at least for what I saw, I was digging this better than I did the first season.
Same here. And I said this before, I was watching the first episode. I said, for some reason, I'm liking this better than the first season. And I think it's because they took Wednesday and they framed it to where it's even more of a mystery for her. Now, taking something and reworking it into a mystery, that's old. That's when you got nothing else to do. Let's make it a mystery or procedural. And that's fine. But having Wednesday, having to, get her skills, because she does. She's an investigator and she's very smart at it. And I like the way the character is going about it. I like the mystery aspect of it. All these other stories can go to hell, though, in this series.
You don't care about the history of the town?
The history of the town I do, but that involves this mystery with Wednesday.
Yeah.
Trying to find out who this killer is. And it's a cool mystery, too, because it has something to do with an old one-eyed crow that's going around looking at people all crazy. And if he looks at you, you're probably in for a gruesome death, man. They show, it's pretty gory. They show people's eyes poked out. They show the aftermath of being murdered by crows, which is f***ed up. But Enid, who's
she's a werewolf,
who's played by Emma Myers. Yeah, she's a werewolf. I like her and Wednesday. I like their dynamic. I like the way Wednesday reluctantly cares about her. But this shit with her and her boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, all the love triangle stuff. It's like, come on, yeah.
No. You look, when it starts turning some young adult CW movie TV type, I don't want to hear that shit.
I knew it. All the side characters besides the Addams family are annoying.
No, I won't even say they're annoying. It's just, man, I don't find it interesting.
And like the showrunners are Miller and Goff, who used to do all the CW shows.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So listen, the Tim Burton Addams family aspect of this show, I'm really enjoying. All this other bullshit, I don't care. I don't want to hear about your past the relation with this boyfriend. All this, you know what I mean? It don't matter. Y'all in high school.
Exactly.
I don't give you mean, yeah, of course you're not going to date this guy forever.
Yeah. None of these relationships last.
And this dude walking around like a simp trying to get her back. Man, she's not into you no more, right? Simple enough. And by the way, the guy she's with is hotter than you. So, I mean, fucking do the math, man. Take your ass home somewhere. You got snakes for hair.
The thing is,
you got great hair.
The Addams family, in my opinion, mostly excels when you have like normal people interacting with them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is some of these people, they seem like they have their own stuff going on.
Well, you know what? You can have normal people interact with them for only so long before even that gets old.
Yeah.
True.
So now you got Gorgons and werewolves and I don't know what else is at the school. Zombies and stuff at the school.
The outcasts, I like that they are trying to build this world where creepy people, there are other creepy people and creepy families out there. The Addams family are not the only ones. I understand. I like that concept. But this school for outcasts, as Martin said, man, this ain't nothing but a combination of Hogwarts and the X-Men school for mutants.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is for the dumbest powers.
Right. It's more like the other Tim Burton project, Miss Peregrine's Home for weird kids.
Yeah. It's like, all right, when your powers ain't as cool as the X-Men, or it's a ripoff. Or you turn into a werewolf, bitch, that's Beast. You turn invisible, that's cool. This dude can walk through walls and turn invisible. It's just...
Talk to Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
I regrettably, we have one of you already.
Yeah, it's just like college. When you get rejected from the X-Men school of Hogwarts, you go to the damn Outcast Wednesday school.
This community college.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do they have like a scene like in Sky High where someone shows off? They go through all the characters.
Yeah,
they
they're walking around. Everybody's doing this dumb shit. Yeah, people. Oh, I can levitate stuff. Yeah, you know they do that in Hogwarts too, and they fly on brooms. You know, it's
Candles.
Cool. See, the thing is, you take a, you know, that's you kind of taking away what made the Addams family special.
Yeah.
It's having a world full of abnormals makes it normal, you know, because now the world knows about them. The world is actually, and they don't really play it up. I mean, they're kind of seen as that's why they call them outcasts. They're kind of second class citizens because they're a bunch of freaks and weirdos. There's even a subplot where Anthony Michael Hall plays a camp guidance guy who treats his troop like the military, and he wants to kick the freaks out of the camp because they got double booked. And now it's the normies against the outcasts, the freaks. And it's like, all right, this is cool, but you know, the Addams family, that's what really made them special. Was that they were, you know, they were the ultimate fish out of water besides the monsters.
Yeah. But they lived in the neighborhood and just, you know, everybody had to deal with them.
Yeah. And like I said, but underneath it all, they were nice people. And as I said, man, some of these stories, you bring in some people that actually are interesting and cool, but then their stories don't mean too much. Steve Buscemi plays the new principal, because if you saw the last season, you know what happened. Barry Dort. And you know, he got on this fake wig and this mustache and everything. That's funny for a little while, but it's all a story about he's trying to convince one of the sirens, the girl named Bianca, he's trying to persuade them to get some school funding or something. I don't care. I don't care. Hey, I look crazy. Y'all, yeah. Okay, that's funny for a little while. You know, that story don't mean. Yeah. And the reason why that story doesn't work is because it's taking itself so seriously. Like everything, you know, else going on here kind of has some bit of humor or levity to them or something, you know, outrageous. And then, you know, his part is the dramatic part, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, because of the siren that he's talking to.
Yeah.
She's trying to help her mother, and it's all serious.
Yeah, I know, because I got to the thing where her mother married some dude she can't stand, and it's a cult.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, you got to pack all this up from school and come back and live with us. And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do that.
He's framing her to like, you know, I'll kick your mother out or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's doing something where he's making her like use her powers to persuade Morticia Addams to convince her rich mother to give some funding to the school. And it's just to me, it's just not that interesting.
Right.
You've even forgot about it.
Yeah. I guess I did.
Yeah, because it's just not. It's a great idea to make a show out of the Addams family. It was kind of cool to do a spinoff, but all this other stuff is kind of taken away from these characters too. Yeah. And it's taken away from these characters in a way that, you know, with stories that just aren't that fun.
Does it feel like, because this was a thing with Netflix for so long, where we greenlit your series and we want you to deliver 12 episodes. Yeah. And it seemed like the creators are like, yeah, okay. Do we have enough for 12 episodes? I don't know, but we got to figure it out. Yeah. Just pad it out to get there.
It's going to be 8, I think. Yeah. Yeah. It's split up in 4 parts.
But sometimes 8 is too many.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think there was enough going on with Wednesday, and maybe, of course, Enid needs some of these people need a story. So I don't even mind it. Enid has a boyfriend. You want to focus on that. But there's just a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on that I think is just, for me, just a little too much. I'm not to say that is bad. I don't think so. I think another thing that doesn't help is that, I mean, come on, man. This is the problem with streaming. It's been 2 years since the show came out the first time. Yeah. And now it's back again after 2 years and it's splitting up. And it's just like, man, there's so much stuff to watch. I don't even remember a lot that happened last time. So now, like I said, that doesn't mean it's bad, because I think that there's still a lot of great things going on here in this show. I really did enjoy. There's probably one episode that I just wasn't crazy about. The first episode I enjoyed a lot because so Tim Burton directed the first episode and the second episode, I think. And the first episode did one of the most Tim Burton-y things that we've seen in a long time. It was pretty much almost like a different version. If you ever seen his short Vincent, he almost did like a creepier version of that, like an updated version of it.
So that his body could keep up with his dazzling mind.
Anytime you get an animated segment from Tim Burton, it's pretty cool. And I love that. I really did love that a lot. But I think episode 4 was my favorite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and if you can, go back and watch that because I love that because of one person. Old Uncle Fester over here, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Uncle Fester episode. Uncle Fester comes back. First of all, Fred Armisen, he's great as Uncle Fester.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite. There's been a lot of Uncle Festers out there. This is one of my favorites right here.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is pretty hard to top.
So let me tell you why this one I like a lot. And maybe it's just because it's just different. Nothing against Christopher Lloyd, who actually pretty much has a glorified cameo in this show.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's the dude in the fish tank, the head in the fish tank.
Oh, okay.
So
On the
nice.
crane.
Okay.
So he's a Christopher Lloyd. I guess between him and Christina Ricci, they're trying to kind of give some respect to them because they were in the original, or at least the Addams Family movie in the 90s. Yeah. I don't know if you saw it. You saw a dude whose head was in a severed head in a jar of water, right? And he was like on a mechanized scooter or something.
Maybe I don't remember that.
So if you saw like episode 2 or 3, you saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Christopher Lloyd. It was a CG head of his.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so they bring him back for kind of like I said, a glorified cameo. But Uncle Fester, though, man, the reason why I like the Fred Armisen version of this is because he's I think he's the best character out of all the Addams Family, by the way, because I think they do the most with him. I think they get more bang for the Addams buck.
I remember you saying that with the last season.
Yeah, I'm saying it again here too, man. Maybe I just have a Fester bias. I don't know.
It's got to be one of the fan favorites. Growing up, he was my favorite.
Oh,
him and Cousin Ed.
Well, the reason why, and Cousin Ed was in the last one too, but man, Uncle Fester here, I think they've done the most with this reboot while staying true to the old character. Like, he's still Uncle Fester, but they just gone in more on his insanity, his craziness. And they've embraced the fact that he is a criminal. He's criminally insane, and they've really have kind of played with that more, how just mentally unstable he is. And also they kind of amped up his powers too. He does things with electricity and whatnot, but he's just funny too, man. And I anytime he's on the screen, everything just gets funnier. Everything just gets a little bit better. The sparks just fly a little bit more.
You rang? You really know how to rattle the old cerebral cortex.
she thought she was sneaky.
Nobody sneaks up on me, kid. She with you?
This is my stalker.
Oh, he was ready to kill her.
Right? She with you?
By the way, that girl that plays a stalker, she's really good. I know we're making fun of her eyes, but that's why she got the role, because she's very creepy. Everything she's in such adoration of Wednesday. She just stares at her and never blinks, and those eyes are about to just roll out that skull. But I think that that was one of the best ways to end this half season, because that character.
Oh, it's only a half season?
Yeah. So we got there's 4 episodes now. And it's
I only got 1 episode left.
Yeah, and you get another 4 that comes in in September.
Oh, wow. I just started a little bit earlier. I would have watched them all.
Watch this one. This one's funny.
Okay, all right.
Fester is funny.
Okay.
Fester's Fester's hitting ass. He's like a rock star. He's tearing up hotel rooms.
Okay.
Uncle Fester, man, he's the star of the show for me right here, man.
It's funny because his look reminds me more of Jackie Coogan from the 60s show.
Yeah. No, I think he embodies a lot from a lot of these past Festers right here, and I like him. I like him in this show a lot, man. And the way they ended episode with the season with his episode really made it a lot more fun for me. And also, let me see if I can find your boy here. Thing don't get enough love from us, and I like the way he really got mad because he felt like he was being disrespected by the Addams Family in the show in this season. So even Thing with no dialogue actually has a lot of dialogue. It's just but I've always liked Thing's look. I think they even found a way to make more story with him. Now he's got a way more interesting story than all these other people with boyfriends and everything.
The hand is better than the high schoolers.
Yeah, he's nothing but a hand. His hand had a way more interesting story than some of these damn full-bodied people out here. And these hands with full bodies on them attached to them. So yeah, I really do like what they did with Thing. And I like that they acknowledge that Thing doesn't get enough respect. But overall, man, I like it better than I did last season.
Okay.
And yeah, some things in here, you've heard my complaints. It's not perfect for me, but there was a lot of stuff in here that I enjoyed that made me ignore the stuff that I didn't. I mean, all that other stuff, those side plots or whatever, those subplots, they don't stay on the screen long enough for me to care anyway. They really jump back into the stuff that I like a lot more. And also, as I said, man, it's a lot gorier too. Not only do they do a lot of stuff with crows in here killing people, they have a pet zombie that's going around eating people's brains, and they keep it pretty. They don't show like a lot of gore with it, but it's definitely heavy on the brain eating in this season, and that kind of relates back to that animated short that we saw that was in episode 1.
Vincent?
Yeah, the darker, crazier version of Vincent. Yeah, I give it a matinee. I enjoyed it so far. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they do with the second season. I mean, not everybody. Some of these happy people do, but the ones I do care about, I would actually like to come in and see how that story continues, especially Wednesday's story. You know, where her mystery goes.
Okay.
So is this season only split up into 2 parts, or are they doing like one of those 3 parts?
I think it's just 2 parts.
Because some of their other shows, Netflix is doing that. It's wild.
Yeah. No, I think it's just 2 parts. That's what I have seen so far. I could be wrong, but yeah. I don't know. What would you give what you saw so far?
What would I give what I saw so far? It'd probably be a low matinee.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it like I said, I was liking it more the longer it was going on.
Yeah.
To where I started with this is just good or bad. It's just not appealing to me. And then by the time I was starting that 4th episode, I was like, dang, I hate that I can't finish this one.
I think that 4th episode captures the perfect blend of Tim Burton, good humor, especially Addams family humor, but amped up a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the Tim Burton-ness of it, it's just a me thing as much as, Tim Burton was so awesome in the 90s. Yeah. And then by the time we get into the mid 2000s, I'm like, all right, it hadn't been awesome in a while, and I'm kind of over it. And I get it's cool for new people coming in. For me, this is just more that old shit that I'm not into. But the more we got to see the family, the more I was digging it.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's more fun than last season. There you go, folks.
And if you're going to have Tim Burton spin his wheels, at least have the decency to have him do it with the Addams family.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm trying to think, who else would I give it to,
Oh, well, I mean, who knows who you could give it to who would have a different spin on it.
Dude, Guillermo del Toro.
Actually, I'm surprised that it's not him.
Guillermo del Toro, Adam Sandler, Spike Lee. I can think of a lot of people.
Whoa, Spike Lee's Addams family. Oh my, what would that, where would they live?
It being a Netflix show, I'm surprised Adam Sandler wasn't able to grab it, make it like a Hotel Transylvania.
Have him play all the characters in the family.
Let's let Adam Sandler produce and Spike Lee direct. I want that Addams family next.
Oh my God, inner city Addams family.
You thought it was black before.
That's the tagline.
You're about to get black. the goddamn family. Oh, Neil Breen.
Just on a green screen.
Oh. How about Ice Cubes, the Addams family?
Here, let me show you. These locations are our global response.
All where the outcasts are in the world.
And if you look in the backyard, we have an alligator.
Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.